You know, we really didn't set up the program for 2014 at the Denmans to even begin to enter this corn silage contest. We set the program up to grow the best quality, high tonnage corn silage that we could do and do it economically.
Best feed value is what we was concerned about. We weren't really concerned about tons, as we was concerned about feed value, tons per acre on the milk side, not so much the silage tons. We was wanting milk per acre. This whole thing started, Denny, when they was first talking about this corn silage trial. You and I had that conversation that anybody can grow tons, but they cannot grow feed quality. And if you're just going to grow tons, you're going to end up with a bunch of trees, and there was no feed value in it. And we was pretty much wasn't even considering entering this contest because we felt that there would be guys that are going to grow tons and not grow anything that's of any feed value for their cows. Well, that's not the business that we were in ourselves, so we wasn't even considering this going that route. And as we progressed through the program that we've been following, a pretty regimented program, we just upped a few different things to include this P3 chemistry to bring us up. And we was anticipating that we would increase our feed value. Not so much concerned about the tons, but we were concerned about the feed value. And we had the right weather conditions, and our 2 foliar sprays that we hammered on there, seed come out of the ground like it's supposed to, and was just phenomenal. And when we go to start chopping, my brother and I decided, you know, we might want to enter this program.
Oh, you mean you filled the paperwork out? You agreed to go on the program, but until you actually pulled in the field, you're telling me that you guys weren't sure you're going to submit the sample?
Well, in reality, you know, they was talking 40-ton corn silage. My brother and my dad and I, we have never seen that in our lifetime, and we just figured that was a farce, that it cannot happen. You've heard of guys getting 30 and 35 ton, you know, and that's really pushing the envelope. And we've chopped silage for years, and it all goes across the scales, and everybody tells you how many tons they got. Then we got to doing a little custom work, and I know what tons are in an acre after it goes through the scale. We go do some chopping for other guys. It's not there. They think it's there, but it isn't there. So I always figured that that 35 ton was an unreachable goal. An unreachable.
Especially since the corn was only roughly 13 and a half foot tall.
Yeah, it was only about this tall, but that's sitting in the chocolate.
Oh, okay.
So, and the corn stalks in this trial was right at that 1.5 inch diameter, and I told my brother when we was chopping, I says, I don't know. We're going to have to see what the feed says whether we got wood or did we get feed value.
Where are we, Danny? Davey?
Our overall calories per ton is a little bit less than we'd like to see, but everything else is right in line.
How do you mean everything else is right in line?
I mean,
milk per acre?
Our protein and all that stuff is right in line with what we've done in the past. Our calories are just a little bit lower.
But we didn't have a lot of sunlight. We had a lot of rain this year.
This is true. This is true. I mean, we were cold and wet all year.
So
you think this program with the in-furrow helps cold and wet?
Oh, that's a no-brainer. Our biggest goal here is, he's the one that feeds the cows, he can shoot you the numbers, but our biggest goal here is to buy the least amount of off-farm material to feed the cows and get the most back. So we got to get
percent concentrate down.
We figured we can grow
high
it cheap.
forage diet.
We can buy the concentrate material. So if we can grow good quality forages and corn silage and forages in combination and eliminate our input cost on minerals, soybean meal and that type of thing, we're going to be better off in the long run.
Right now, we're right at 44% without me looking.
44% forage in a diet?
Other way around, 44% concentrate.
So you're really in the high 50s.
Yeah, that's not where we need to be. We need to be on that high 60s.
How many farmers are in those high 60s?
I don't care about other farmers. I care about my profit.
Because over at Penn State Nutritional Conference, they were talking about if you could hit 57%, you were hitting pretty much a healthy, from a forage standpoint. 50%, 57% was almost an unattainable number. Certain milk production levels.
39 tons an unattainable number too, Dan.
Well, you did attain it. On class, low class?
I'm saying that we need to improve our forage quality and cut back on the concentrates that we feed that animal.
So how are we going to do that?
Better quality product.
So, manipulating what we're putting into the crop as it's growing is going to be a factor in to get that quality that we're looking at. It ain't just going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
It's not just going to happen.
It's not going to happen. And you keep
it's
saying
gonna
manipulate.
happen,
you keep saying manipulate, and I don't know that it's actually considered manipulate. Why don't we just say we're changing the structure of that plant? Because manipulating is a little different than changing the structure.
Okay.
In my opinion. Because you can tell whoever you want to tell them you're going to manipulate or change the structure of the plant.
So you think I'm that?
At you. But the reality of it is,
you're getting the expression of the genetic traits out of the crop with what you're doing.
Yep. And I hope we can get more.
We're only halfway there.